We have found thousands of planets orbiting hundreds of other star systems, but none of them have been quite like our own, until now. This planet is thought to be only a little bit bigger than Earth. It orbits a star almost 500 light years from Earth. But it's not just the planet's size that matters. This green ring is known as the Goldilocks zone. Not too hot, not too cold. It's thought to be just the right spot for liquid water to form on a planet's surface. And that's exactly where this new planet is. The planet is called Kepler 186f. For more on this, I'm joined from New York by Dave Brody. He's a science and technology writer for space.com. Dave, this is so exciting. The most Earth-like planet ever found until now. Tell us about it.
That's right, Ralitsa. Most Earth-like yet, but we don't know that it is Earth-like. We only know that it is Earth-size and that it's in an orbit which makes it possible that water could be liquid on its surface, as you mentioned in the open. So this is very exciting because we don't know very much about, in science, if you only have an example of one thing, you basically know nothing. So we don't have another Earth to look at and say, why is it different? How is it the same as the world which we inhabit?
And so do we know if there's life on it? Can we tell?
We cannot tell yet if there is life there because our telescopes are not quite good enough. Towards the end of this decade, NASA and European Space Agency will launch the James Webb Space Telescope. That won't be able to image this planet, but it will be able to get direct imaging of planets around some of the closer stars to us. And basically what you want to look for in a planet is you look at its atmosphere. You won't be able to look down and see cities or growing things on the surface, but you look at the atmosphere, and if the atmosphere has oxygen, if it has ozone, if it has methane, those are called biomarkers, and those are indicative that there could very well be life there, because as far as we know, that's the only way that a planet can make those substances in abundance in its atmosphere, is if there's life there.
And as you were speaking, we were showing the M dwarf, which is like the sun to us on Earth, that this planet is orbiting. Tell us a little bit more about its behavior, what we know about it.
Sure. Well, you mentioned it's an M dwarf. That's also known as a red dwarf. So the color temperature, it's very, very red. If we were standing on the surface of Kepler 186f at noon, local noon, it would look to our eyes like we were in sunset conditions, the light about an hour before sunrise or sunset. But actually, if there's anybody living there, their eyes probably would have evolved to take advantage of the full spectrum of available light there. So if there are creatures living there, they see different colors than we do. But once again, we don't know that there's anybody there. But the really exciting thing is that it is a star that is not at all sun-like. So it's quite possible that there are literally billions of Earth-like planets in our own galaxy, which means that perhaps millions or hundreds of thousands of them are very, very close to being Earth. So once again, science is teaching us that we're not particularly special in the cosmos, but we are important.
We are special. We think we're special. Well, that's really exciting, which means do you really believe definitely that we're not alone?
Well, it doesn't matter what I believe. It matters what the evidence indicates. And this is another piece of evidence that another world is in a place where it's possible that life could develop. And we're only at the very, very beginning of this process. The telescope that discovered it, it's called the Kepler space mission, stared persistently at a group of about 150,000 stars and has found maybe 3,800, 3,900 candidate planets. Of those, 1,800 have been confirmed, and of those, 20 or so are planets that are operating in the habitable zone. So, you know, you do the math and you extrapolate that out to the full sky, and you get to that billions of Earth-like worlds potentially.
Dave, this potential Earth-like planet is 490 light years away. What does it mean? With the present technology, how long will it take us to get there?
I don't think we're ever going there. The fastest and furthest things that humanity has ever produced are probably the Voyager spacecraft. One of them is just now reaching the outer edges of the solar system, penetrating into interstellar space. It's moving at about 17 kilometers per second, which is really fast. I did the calculation on the ride coming in this morning, and it looks to me, if I got these numbers right, that it would take that spacecraft about 12 million years to get to Kepler 186F, but it's not going in that direction. So, you know, we're not going there anytime soon. I think what we will do is we will inhabit worlds within our own solar system, and we'll build a few worlds within our own solar system long before we're able to star hop from star to star to star. We might talk to them at the speed of light, but think of it, a conversation with an intelligent creature living that far out would take 490 years just to say hello and a millennium to hear back. So probably not practical to talk if the speed of light really is the limit. And so far, with the physics that we understand, that's pretty much what we think.
Or maybe they're more advanced than us. We'll see. Dave Brody, science and technology writer, space.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Ralitsa.